Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and today we are doing another pick a card reading, and this time we are asking the question, what is your next love opportunity? When is the next big event in your love life going to unfold? And we are asking this regardless of whether you're single, dating, seeing someone, in a relationship, in a situationship. We are tuning into the next big unfolding in your love life. So everybody just take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, relax, listen to any distant noises you hear, and ask aloud to yourself or the universe, what's my next big love opportunity? Once you've done so, take a look at all three of these images on the screen and select whichever one you feel most drawn to. We have group number 1 with the bear, group number 2 with the tree, and group number 3 with the mushroom. You can pause and select your group now. Just go with your intuitive gut, and that will lead you to the right direction, and then you can watch through or skip ahead using the timestamps to your reading. I also want to remind you guys that I do offer spiritual life coaching on my website, spiritpsychic.org. In these spiritual life coaching sessions, you can email me up to 3 or 5, I forget, questions or topics that you want covered for that week. And within 7 days of purchasing and sending me your questions, I will do an hour-long video reading for you. So go ahead and check that out. Also, I will be adding some more pre-designed psychic readings to my website. So it's a similar concept as the life coaching, but instead you will notice there is different themes. So right now I have the 2023 full year ahead reading up that you can get, and we will tune into the year of 2023 for you. That one won't be up very long though, so go check it out while you still can if you're watching around the time that I am posting this video. There should be some more up in the near future, okay? So let's begin. Good morning, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what your next love opportunity is. So we're going to begin with the who. One side is going to be you, one side is going to be the other person. Really listen to your intuition here and see if this resonates with you and someone in your life, or if you're single and you have no one in your life, at least if one side resonates with you and you can, it really resonates, that shows that you selected the right group. If none of this resonates and you're like, what the heck, maybe you selected the wrong group, so go back and pick another one, or maybe there's just not any messages in here for you, okay? So I don't know why I feel guided to start with this side. This person is being represented by the fish. Okay, lots of Pisces energy right off the bat. Water energy in general as well. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They don't have to have those qualities, but the fish spirit really is someone who is really comfortable being in their emotions, being in their creative energy, being in their spiritual energy, and just, being more in touch with that area of life. You know how some people, I specifically want to say heterosexual males may sometimes be very resistant to their creative, emotional, or like more spiritual, philosophical nature. It's an unfortunate cultural phenomenon. This is not that person, and this could also be a woman, doesn't matter, but that's who this person is. Very comfortable swimming in their emotions, very comfortable with the creative side of life, and also very resilient as well. They're being represented by the creator. Ooh, and we literally have a paintbrush here. I think that's a paintbrush. So this is someone who has a lot of creative energy with a water animal coming out with the creator. This is someone who is like jam-packed with creative ideas, and they're like constantly doing one thing or another, hopping around from different ideas to different ideas. They might have an element of ADHD to them where they might start one project and then start another project without finishing the one before. They just constantly have new ideas bouncing around in their head, and they rarely are like boring or stationary or stagnant. I'm viewing this fish as like a migratory fish. They can't stay in one place. They always have to, have something new that they're working on, either a new project, a new life goal, a new experience. Like there's always a newness with this person's energy. And the major arcana card that they have here is the World in reversed, okay? So they're finishing up a major chapter in their life. They might be planning a move. They might be in their final year of graduation. They might be making some type of transition from kind of like one life to another life, if that makes sense. Making some type of transition from what their life currently looks like now. I don't feel like it's going to stay the same in the next year or two, okay? So there's a big change happening there with them. Interesting, with that coming out in reversed. I don't think they already made the change, though. With the world in reversed, that represents, they're really kind of impatiently awaiting this next chapter in their life, and it can be a little frustrating for them at times, but they're working on it. Okay. So person number 2, or I guess 1, whatever, person over here is represented by the earthworm. Ooh, and I love how similar the earthworm actually kind of looks to the creator card. Lots of beautiful colors there. Earthworms are very important, guys. We underestimate them, but they are extremely important. They keep the soils fertile. They yeah. They aerate the dirt. They, do worm stuff. I don't know why this is giving me Virgo energy. Virgos are kind of like the underappreciated but very necessary people of the zodiac. Yeah, this person, okay. So it's interesting dynamic here. Also, I'm kind of viewing this as strange. You know how when you go fishing, I wouldn't know because I don't go fishing, but like you put like a worm on the hook and then the fish eats it. I don't know why that vision just came here. Okay, well, I'm getting some oral stuff. We don't have to talk about it though. Anyways, the earthworm, where is this reading going? The earthworm spirit, in this relationship, I feel like they take the visions, the creative ideas, the magic that the fish person gives off. This fish person is filled with ideas. They have goals and visions for their future. They're really magical in that way. And then the earthworm person, they feel more practical, more down to earth, but they can take the fish's vision and kind of figure out the day-to-day details to turn it into reality. And so I really feel like, if this is all relationships have divine masculine, divine feminine, whether both people carry that energy, which we all do, or it's more like distinctly separated. I feel like the fish person carries more divine feminine energy and the earthworm carries more divine masculine energy here, where the earthworm is going to make it happen. Okay, the fish person, they're very daydreamy, creative. They have a hard time following through. Okay, they are a really good leader, initiator, creative person. They have great ideas. They're a great problem solver, but they have a hard time maintaining the focus to bring that vision into fruition. And the earthworm here is like the exact opposite, perfectly so, where they can focus on the little nitty-gritty details and, take things step by step. They just can't really, they have a hard time coming up with an overall plan and seeing the bigger picture, but they're really good at like following a path and paying attention to the little details and being a little perfectionist and making sure it gets done. So I feel like this is a really good pairing here. Although I do want to say, with that vision of the earthworm on the hook for the fish, in a dynamic where this wouldn't be healthy, like let's just say the fish person was a narcissist, they could easily take advantage of the earthworm person, I want to say. And I feel like the earthworm person can easily take advantage of the fish, because I was thinking, because the fish could eat the earthworm, but then I was also thinking like, oh, the earthworm is on a hook, so they're not really helping out the fish either. So I mean, I don't think this is a toxic dynamic, but if it has any element of toxicity, I just feel like you're both bad for each other. So there's that. Anyways, I feel like if this is healthy though, you guys can actually really work well together. So their archetype is the shaman. Oh god. The shaman. Okay, and we're seeing a snake here, which isn't a worm obviously, but it's giving me worm energy. Interesting. So the shaman is a spiritual practitioner who walks between worlds. They walk on the physical and they walk in spirit, Shaman is kind of like an overall term, I would like to say. So anyone who identifies as like a psychic, a seer, a medicine woman or man, a healer, you know, they could be an archetype. They could have the shaman archetype is what I'm trying to say. So I find that fascinating because their energy is giving me very logical, down to earth. They wouldn't strike me as someone who's really spiritually connected as well. So that's really fascinating. And then their major arcana card is the Star, which is another very strong mediumship card as well. And this is a card of, again, taking a dream, taking an ambition, and bringing it down into physical reality. This person has a gift. They walk between realms, even if they don't realize it or not. I feel like the veil between the physical realm and the spiritual realm is a lot thinner for this person. Again, whether they realize it or not, whether they use it consciously or not, the veil is thinner for them. And they might have a lot of weird paranormal experiences. So if this is someone you're seeing, they might actually tell you some of their paranormal experiences, their dreams, or just strange things that happen to them. Which the fish person finds very fascinating, of course, you know. They're creative, they love the unusual, they love thinking outside of the box, they love things that are out of the ordinary. But there is some serious spirit guides and spirits surrounding this connection. Even with the World card, we see spirit guides all around this person and this life transition that they're making. And then here with the Star, these stars represent spirit guides as well, surrounding this person who is taking information from the spirit realm, you know, ideas, information, wisdom, and then bringing it down into the physical in one way or another, bringing a vision into reality. Some people are shamans and they have the veil is thin for them. They walk between physical and spirit, even if they don't believe in that stuff. So if the earthworm has a really big lifetime ambition, or they have like, it's really weird because I was just saying how they lack kind of like overall vision. They're more of like a nitty-gritty details type of person. Oh, their energy is very conflicting, very confusing, because I feel like their logical mind denies some of this stuff. But then they keep having these experiences, and oh man, it's like they came here to do a lot of healing work, but they're in denial about it. It's really strange. It's really strange. So we have the Creator over here. Someone who is very spiritually connected, creative, obviously, emotionally open, and more like fluid, more comfortable in that divine feminine energy, making a big life transition. Then we have the Earthworm over here, whose spirit, whose soul is this shaman, this medium, but they don't realize it to its fullest extent, and they are a bit more comfortable in the nitty-gritty details, in the logic, in the numbers. So it's really strange. Let's get into more of this connection though. So that is who you guys are. I'll leave this here just for reference. So we have the earthworm, we have the fish. And now we're going to get into the what. What is happening during this next romantic opportunity? And I don't know, I keep seeing like this kind of infinity symbol in my vision between these two. So it's like this could be a really good pairing actually, but you're both really different in balanced ways. You know, like I'm seeing that like Ouroboros symbol of, you know, the worm is used as bait for the fish. You know, the fish eats the worm, but then the fish ends up getting eaten because they ate the worm. Like, I don't know. It's weird. And I know that has nothing to do with like us humans and our relations, but it's just, I feel like this relationship, this pairing, a lot of unusual things are gonna happen when you guys meet. Like, you both might share some really paranormal experiences, I really want to say. Or maybe like the energy just feels really strong and weird and a little different when you guys are together. It's hard to explain this feeling that I'm getting from the two of you. It's like very interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna get an energy card for the earthworm and for the fish. Your next romantic opportunity when you're seeing each other. What energy are each of you carrying? And then we'll get into, what's actually happening. What is the opportunity? So what's the earthworm's energy during this opportunity? We have the temple path in reversed. Yeah, they're in their weird spiritual energy. Like, why did I meet this person? Why are they in my life? Like, really contemplating. Where do they fit into my life, Especially since the fish person seems to be making a really big life transition. Maybe for some, the fish person's actually planning on making a big move or a big life change. Or like they have their life kind of figured out. Like they know what they want to do in the future. And the earthworm's trying to figure out, like, how does this fit? How does this fit? Why did I meet this person? Why are we here? Lots of questions. And then the fish person is in their thinking man energy as well. So your next opportunity, next time you're seeing each other, I'm seeing a talk about the future. I am seeing just really talking, really contemplating, really thinking about this connection itself. Okay, if this is like a first date, like if you haven't even met this person yet, expect it to be very logical, very much like I'm not getting a ton of super ooey gooey romance. This is more so having some pretty clear discussions about the future, about who you are, about what paths you're on, about how you can fit into each other's lives. Okay, but speaking of emotions, Mama Moon, we're getting some answers from, this was off-center this whole time and it's been bothering me. So Mama Moon rules over emotions and daily happenstances. So we're going to be asking her, what is this opportunity between these two? What is this opportunity? Okay. We have the full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. Didn't we said that exact phrase earlier? The fish person has this ability to look at the bigger picture. And I feel like they're looking at the bigger picture, looking at the future. If you guys have been seeing each other, I feel like the fish person here, and the earthworm person is really contemplating, the bigger picture. So where do you fit into my future? Are we going to get married? Are we going to have children? Are you going to move with me? Are we going to travel the world? Is this just a fling? Like, we're trying to look at the wholeness of this relationship. Sagittarius is an energy that also works with international affairs and education, higher learning. So those elements might play into this relationship in one way or another. Traveling, learning, schooling, being from different places, moving, those types of themes or elements might be up for discussion the next time you guys meet, or maybe it might not be the next time you meet, but like this is the next opportunity, right? That was the question. So there's an opportunity here. I'm almost seeing an opportunity for the earthworm person to travel or decide if they want to kind of carry on with the vision that the fish person has for their own life. Maybe the fish person here is offering up an opportunity or an idea to the earthworm. Do you want to, I don't know, insert whatever this dream is. Do you want to move to Japan with me? I don't know. Do you want to travel with me? Do you want to, I don't know. I don't know. I simply don't know, guys. That's what the tarot's for. So I don't know why. I felt really guided to use the manga tarot today for this reading. So let's see what is happening with this opportunity. Get some more clarity here. All right, let's see a story, paint a picture. What's this opportunity? How many cards do you guys want? Think about it. I'll psychically feel what your answer is. Sorry, I'm going with 5. We have the sun in reversed. Yeah, again, this is a card of the future could be really bright, could be really happy. We could live together. We could travel. We can run around and play like children in life. We could even have children if you want. What is it? In reversed, it feels very undecided. So I feel like the next opportunity for you both is kind of like opening up the discussion a little bit more and talking about the future is what I really want to say here. And, we're both happy. We both like each other's energies. So where is this going? What's going on? We have the 8 of Cups, which is a card of I feel guided intuitively to make these certain life choices, okay? So someone here might feel really guided to make a move. Someone here might really feel guided at one point in their life to have children. Or maybe they feel really guided to, I don't know, become a Canadian news anchor. And, their dream job, they have to move, or, they have to get really serious. Like, okay, so I want this path. I want these children. But I don't want to drag you along and waste your time. So let's have a discussion about this. The 8 of Cups is a strong intuitive nudge to change one's life circumstances. And I definitely see an acknowledgement here from whoever this is. I really do feel guided to say it's the fish, but it could also be the earthworm person here. But someone feels really strongly intuitively, and we have 2 intuitive people here, so you're both very in tune with your intuition, even though the earthworm might deny it sometimes. So yeah, I'm seeing a discussion there. We have death in reversed. Yeah, this is really similar to that world card on the fish's side in reversed. This is where we say, something needs to change. I need to make progress in life. I need to I can't stay stagnant. I can't stay in the same place all the time. Both of these cards are cards about movement. I need to move. I need to find my happiness. I need to follow my intuition. My intuition is heavily guiding me to make certain life choices. Are you with me or are you not with me? We have the Hermit. This is a strong, again, spiritual, intuitive nudge. I feel that my path is taking me in this direction. I feel that the winds of change are upon me. It might be windy when you guys meet up. Strong winds spiritually signify change. The winds of change are upon us. The wind is blowing me in this direction. I really feel like I need to make these certain life choices. I don't know. And then we have the Ace of Cups in reversed. Are you with me or aren't you with me? I don't think a decision will be made right away. I feel that you will have this discussion and you will give it time to be figured out. Ace of Cups reversed. This is a new emotional beginning. Somebody watching wants to have children and you're having that discussion and the other person is not sure. Or it could be vice versa. Like maybe your partner is having that discussion with you and you're not sure. Ace of Cups in reverse is like, I want this new beginning, but it's being blocked right now. It's not manifesting. Maybe some of you guys really want to get married, like that's your dream, but the other person doesn't believe in marriage. And, it's blocked. We're having this discussion. Like, I just intuitively feel like having that would make me happy because it'll be a nice secure thing. It's like really locked in there. Like, I feel like that's what I need to be happy. Lots of discussions, guys. Lots of discussions. Very significant ones. I feel for many of you watching, this is someone you've been talking to. And it's at that point where we're like, okay, like this is a serious thing. This is a serious discussion here. Do I have to go my own way? Do we have to separate in order to fulfill this dream of mine, to fulfill this vision quest? Or will we be happy together? It's undecided. So your next romantic opportunity, I feel, is having this conversation about the future and figuring it out together and making decisions. Weighing your options and making a decision. Are we in this together? Will we fulfill each other's visions and life's dreams together, or will we go our separate ways? And even going separate ways is an opportunity in and of itself, because then you're open again for more love to enter. There's more space in your life for more love and opportunities to enter. Interesting. Let's get more information. So now we're going to expand more on the when, where, and how. I'll let Spirit decide whatever additional information they want to come up. I won't force anything to come up. So for example, if you all have like a different like where, I don't think that would like come up from Spirit. But anyways, more information on this, please, Spirit. Thank you. This is honestly a little hard to read. This is a kind of strange situation. I don't know why. I keep feeling drawn towards East Asia. So I don't know if that has any correlation with your relationship, if there's like traveling there, if one of you are from there, or if you're both from there. But I keep feeling drawn in towards like Eastern Asian elements and energies. Interesting. Any day now, Spirit. Any information about this next love opportunity? We have a no answer with an exclamation point. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Spirit. We'll put that away. Pull out the next deck. Any information? This is a mystery, guys. There is some mysterious energy. Food and cooking. Psychic powers growing. Wow. Okay. Guys. All right. So your next opportunity, when this conversation goes down, there might be some food involved, whether you're cooking at home or you go to a restaurant. You know, the next love opportunity, when this is coming up, when this is happening, might be related to food, which is not super surprising. I feel like a lot of important conversations go down at a meal, or even just dates in general. You know, they go down when there's food involved. So that's not surprising. But I think what is really interesting is the psychic powers growing card here. The spiritual connection between the two of you is off the charts. I mean, truly, I don't know what it is that you guys have been dealing with or going through. I feel like some of you guys, like, the more you think about this person and interact with them, it's just like synchronicities become so strong. Like, you see repeating numbers everywhere, you see like weird coincidences, and maybe even like paranormal activity, or like I don't know, maybe you share knowledge with this person or experiences. Maybe you had extraterrestrial experiences and you share those stories, or I don't know. Like, there's just a deeply unearthly energy about this connection, I want to say. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm doing a reading for two humans right now. You guys are like little aliens in human bodies. Just doing your best to make it by in this world. And yeah, I know that has nothing to do with this reading, but I'm just letting you know, like, and I got goosebumps. The energy is so unusual. It is so difficult to give you guys a reading. What is the next love opportunity? Oh, okay. So my hands are off camera now. I am getting together my cards. I'm like a crazy mad woman here, like with all these decks surrounding me, like just trying to figure this out. So this is the Lover's Oracle. I have a feeling we're gonna get some big information from this, okay? So what is the next love opportunity between these two? Spirit, please elaborate. Like, why is everything such a mystery? What's going on? All right, a whole stack of cards just flew out for you, so let's see what they are. That's what the image looks like, and it says, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change what is beyond our control. Okay, so this is the case if one of you wants something and the other one doesn't, I want to say. Like, if one person here wants kids, for example, the other one doesn't, we just have to accept that fact and work with it and figure out where to go from there. If one person really wants to move and the other person, like, this is something we just have to accept. Don't try to change each other's minds. is what I want to say. Don't try to change each other's minds. Next, we have this card. And it says, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Well, there's that. Oh, okay. Deep feelings here. Yeah. There's like a newness energy to this connection. I would be surprised if any of you watching have been with this person for years and you're like life partners already. I'm kind of getting like you guys have been seeing each other for a few months, maybe even a few weeks at most, all right? And you're at that point, or maybe even a little over a year, you're at that point where things have the opportunity to get deeper. We're just now starting to see some differences in each other and talk about the future, okay? Then we have this card and it says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Interesting stuff. Romance angels, we need some help here. What's the next opportunity? There's definitely, I am seeing a big desire from both people to spend your lives together. But for some reason, we're not saying that so directly. I'm not seeing you guys saying that very directly towards each other. You're just kind of casually bringing up like, oh, okay, so, my lease is up and, I'm gonna move. I can get a bigger place if I had someone to live with, what's your living situation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, instead of just directly saying, hey, I love you and I want to live with you, it might be like that. Fascinating. Instead of saying, hey, I want your babies, it's just like, yeah, like, I've kind of wanted like a baby one day and, gotta think about that because, my fertility isn't gonna be here forever. Like, I don't know. I'm seeing direct communication. Maybe that's the mysterious element about this. Okay. We have let your friends help you as advice from the romance angels. Ask for and accept support from others. Your friends are really good avenues to get advice on this relationship at this time. This card would not always come out if your friends, say for example, like would not give you advice, but Spirit is confirming like, no. Your friends are giving you pretty clear advice on this relationship right now, so trust and listen to that advice. We have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I'm getting some serious vibes here, guys. Like, we really need to contemplate, what do you want? What do you want? Do you truly want the future path that is being presented here? I feel for some of you, like if you're the earthworm person, you have a tendency to kind of go along with other people's plans, but you yourself are very, very powerful. Very, like, you make magic happen, okay? You make magic happen, and, like, you really need to kind of also put yourself first as well. And if you're the fish person here, yeah, you sometimes might get lost in the romance of things, and I don't know. We have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, this could be like someone's traveling and you might be separated a little bit, long distance relationship energy, or at the heart of the matter here, like your next romantic opportunity is most definitely a serious conversation. And I feel like it's serious to the point where, are we going to work out? Do we want the same things? It keeps coming back to that point. Like, do we want the same things in life? Genuinely. Like, can we be together as life partners and still have our major points of what we want in life manifested? Okay, that's what I'm feeling. And that's why I keep bringing up kids, because I feel like that's a good example of this energy. Like, you've been dating someone for a while, you really can see a future with them, you love them, you want to spend the rest of your life with them. But like, say one person wants kids, the other one doesn't. That's not really something you can compromise on. Either you get what you want or you don't and you regret it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's that type of conversation. Or again, it could be like about a big move or like some big life decision you don't want to compromise on. Some things you honestly can't compromise on. So yeah, serious conversation vibes. for real. And this is like serious to the point where, again, like, if we can't agree on this, I don't think it's gonna work. Which is why I don't see a decision being made right away. We have very soon. So this is the timing for when this is going to happen, very soon. This could be within the next couple days for most of you, or even the next couple of weeks. I wouldn't say any longer than that, though. So clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This is really good advice. Okay, I feel like you need to do this. Okay, regardless. You need to decide what it is that you want in your life, because this opportunity is coming really soon, guys. You know? Like, if you don't know, like, oh, I don't know if I want to stay here, I don't know if I want to move, I don't know if I want to get married, I don't know if I want kids, I don't know if I want, like, blah, 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 blah. Really reflect on that and make more decisions on that right now, because in the near future, you're going to meet up with this person and have this conversation, and you don't want to be there like, I don't know what I want. It's make or break time, I feel, you know, and you can't be in this ambiguous, I don't know energy, okay? Because that's the thing here. If someone in this relationship is dead set on what they want, they know what they want, they did the inner work, they figured it out for themselves, and the other person is not, you know, that person who knows what they want, they might feel like they're getting their time wasted. Like, I don't want to waste my time only for you to decide later on, like, you don't want the same things as me. And that's why it's so important for everyone in relationships to, you know, do that inner reflection work, okay? So, we're going to get the channeled messages. Sorry. Okay. From the earthworm to the fish, what are their true feelings and thoughts when it comes to this connection? If they were completely honest. Okay, and then we'll do it the other way around. What is the earthworm's true thoughts, feelings that they would tell the earthworm, or they would tell the fish if they were being completely open, honest, and truthful about everything? Okay. We have the Four of Wands coming out. I want to put down roots with you while also enjoying this honeymoon phase. This is exactly the energy I was picking up this whole reading. Like, it doesn't feel like this is a super old relationship. You're still in the honeymoon phase. And I really do feel like both people, again, love as deep as the ocean, but they're not really, there's like this fear of saying that. Like, yeah, I kind of do want to spend the rest of my life with you, but it's so new. So, like, I'm kind of afraid to bring that up. But I feel like both people here do want some domestic happiness and are enthusiastic about the relationship. This could be a card of marriage and celebration, artistic projects with the fish person, okay? We have Temperance coming out. I have so many emotions for you. It's hard to hold it together. I try to remain calm and unbothered on the surface. I really feel this. This is like the energy here. It's like both people have this emotional intensity, this deep love, this honest desire to become like life partners, but you know, you're still learning to trust each other. You're trying to be patient, and you're trying to, you know, not, I don't know, I'm seeing this fear here of like going there. I'm seeing this fear of treading into that more serious territory out of fear of this separation. Okay, next we have the Queen of Wands. I'm at all with your leadership, warmth, creativity, all of the qualities we talked about earlier that the fish had, and the life that you've built for yourself. The earthworm person thinks that the fish is a good leader. They view the fish as the whole package and views them as warm, sensual, and mysterious. Yeah, there is a big mystery element here. I definitely feel like you guys are still getting used to each other. I'm almost feeling like you're not 100% comfortable with each other yet. It feels like you've spent enough time together to where you're both really interested. I'm seeing that hormonal, like, limerence and lust for each other. I am seeing this strong desire, like, this could be the one, you know, I can really see them fulfilling my life's dreams and their life's dreams. Like, I can see us together. And then, of course, we have the Seven of Swords to ruin everything. My intentions aren't pure. I want to take more than I give. I play games because I don't view this as serious. If you just want a fun time, I'm your person. So earthworm person is giving me like former player vibes. They might not be used to a relationship. They might not be used to being completely open. I feel like at times the fish person may think that the earthworm person is lacking self-disclosure or not. Like, there's a fear here of like, are they even really that interested in me? The earthworm person is definitely coming off as, and if you are the earthworm person in this connection, like, I'm just being real with you, I feel like sometimes you might come off as not overly interested in the fish person. The thing is, I feel like the earthworm person might have a lot going on for them. They might have a lot going on in their life, like friends, work, family, responsibilities, whatever. And so I feel like if they just went that little extra mile to make the fish person feel seen and appreciated and loved, it would really make all the difference in this relationship. So if you're the earthworm person, definitely do that. Okay. If you're the fish person, you might have to have some more conversations here. The earthworm loves you if you're the fish, like, hands down, they love you. But yeah, I don't know. I think they're very used to very surface level connections. Like, maybe they only had like friends with benefits for the longest time, or, they're just not used to, they're not as nuanced and comfortable talking about emotions as the fish person is. See, we see the fish here swimming in water. They're very at ease talking about emotional matters and articulating themselves. The earthworm person is very much not. They're not used to that at all. They work better with numbers and logic and reason and blah, 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 blah. So I do want to say, in those situations, as the fish person, you might have to be a little patient when the earthworm tries to have those conversations. Understand not everyone might be able to communicate with the same ease when it comes to emotional matters as you. But that is definitely something that the earthworm person has to work on in this relationship. All right. Fish person's emotions, thoughts, and feelings towards the earthworm. If they were 100% open and honest about this connection, their feelings, all that jazz. Okay, these two cards. Oh God, we're not taking all that. These two cards came out. Anything else? That one came out. Anything else? Anything else? Going once, going twice. Okay. So we have death coming out again. This separation is necessary. Oh, separation card came out twice. The separation is necessary. Let's focus on ourselves. We can possibly reconnect when the timing is right. The fish person is no longer pretending that everything is okay. The truth is revealed. Unsatisfying connections need a break. Look at the reality of this. Let go of what isn't serving you. Okay, so I definitely feel like the separation energy is initiated by the fish person here. So they might be either traveling, taking a break, breaking up entirely, or just taking more time in the relationship for your own selves and focusing on yourselves a bit more. I don't think the fish person is 100% happy in this connection, probably because the earthworm lacks the ability to, like, I just feel like the earthworm sometimes doesn't make the fish person feel very seen, heard, appreciated. Now, and it's really sad because the earthworm really does have so many pure emotions towards the fish. It's just like, I don't know, I almost feel like the earthworm might have grown up or have been surrounded by some more, like, I want to say, like, toxic masculinity. If that resonates with anyone, like, maybe they were surrounded by men, a father figure, friends who, are very sexist, if it's heterosexual, or just, very emotionally avoidant and, like, just kind of prioritizing the physical aspects of relationships and, viewing yourself as, like, this independent entity who is strong. And I feel like, they might have been raised in an environment where logic was everything, and, strength was viewed as not sharing emotions, which is the complete opposite. Strength is actually being very vulnerable about your emotions, but they were raised in, like, not understanding that. Whereas this person here seemed to grow up amongst a lot of people who were very emotionally open and had that strength and were very open about, their creative ideas. Like, I feel like the fish person grew up with friends and people who were very unique and expressed themselves in the way that they dressed, and like just a very unusual, eclectic group of people who were very open and wonderful and beautiful. And the earthworm person did not have that luxury. So it kind of created some emotional expression differences here, which is sad. We have the 9 of Pentacles. I appreciate all that you do. Your independence and self-sufficiency is so attractive. So it's interesting. The same qualities that is kind of ruining this relationship, the fish person is also extremely attracted to. The fish person is attracted to the earthworm's independence and self-sufficiency, the ability to kind of like live on their own. Maybe the earthworm lives on their own, or they're just, able to do their own thing, and they have their own little life for them. And then the fish person really appreciates that, because I feel like they, have a really strong community and support system. Like, they're very interdependent on the people around them, which is, how humans should be. But they appreciate all of the, ambitious, hardworking, self-sufficient qualities that the earthworm has. The way you dress is attractive. You have a serene, healing energy. Your self-respect is a turn on, and your generosity and kindness is noticed. Yeah, okay. With the love yourself first card, and it's interesting that I put these two on this side and I put this one on this side. I feel that at times the fish person almost feels like they're more invested in this connection than the earthworm. Like, they're always the one initiating conversations. They're always the one, worrying here. But that's not true. I need the fish person to know that's not true. The earthworm person is in love with the fish. In love with the fish. They just have a hard time. They're like scared. They're like scared to communicate that, because they think they're going to be eaten or whatever. And then the fish person here is scared as well. Like, I don't want to be too, enthusiastic approaching the earthworm, like, because I'm afraid that I'm going to be eaten. I'm afraid that you're going to hook me up and reel me in. So it's interesting. 9 of Wands. Notice how we have 2 9s here. 9 is a number of humanitarianism and the globe. Okay, so this might be like an international thing. Again, lots of travel or from different places, humanitarianism as well, either charity work or like a strong sense of community, or being a, what's the word, political advocate? That's not the right word. Whatever. So that there might be some elements of that in this connection somewhere. I am scared of getting hurt again. That's why I have my walls up. Yup. The fish person is scared of getting hurt again. We literally just said that. This person has been hurt before. They have their defenses up, but it won't be like that forever. They have their hypervigilance on. Yeah, this is an unfortunate situation. I feel like the fish person wants to be in love with the earthworm, and they really have this vision of what their life could be together, but it's being blocked by so many fears. Okay. And then the 9 of Swords, 999, and death. Wow. 999, strong numerical sequence. And again, I had that vision of like something international to do with the fish. They might be moving. They might have this desire to be a nomad. They might have a desire to make a big move or like make big life changes. They're at the precipice of a big life change. Like, they want a big life change. They're ready to grow. They're ready to change. I stay up late at night worrying about this connection, worrying in general. My mental health is poor right now. The fish person has a lot of relationship anxiety, it seems like. Fears of getting hurt, fears of opening up and not having feelings reciprocated. Unhappiness in life, high anxiety and low energy, insomnia and mental health issues affect this relationship. Yeah, guys, it almost feels like the fish person needs a break for their own gosh darn mental health at this point. And I feel like the next opportunity, again, might be coming from the fish, where they're saying, you know what, I am ready for growth in this relationship and in life. And you can either get on the train of growth with me, or I'm leaving you behind. Either way, I am growing. I am moving forward with or without you. So that might be the opportunity here. And some of you guys, you are this fish. You are actually presenting the opportunity because your mental health just can't handle it anymore. Like, you need that growth. And guys, I'm not trying to make you dread this connection. I've actually been in a similar circumstance before, and it turned out pretty good for the relationship, actually. Every relationship has its ups and downs, so I'm not saying this relationship is doomed to fail by any means, but I do think if you're the fish person here, which I feel like many of you are, I feel like the next time you see this person, you really do need to express this energy and tell them, like, I am ready for blank, and I just want to know if you're on board with that. Like, I'm growing. I'm growing with or without you. Like, that's the theme here. I feel like the fish person, very, very low key, actually does really want a future with the earthworm, but it's so hidden beneath all this energy. Like, they really did see a future vision. Like, maybe they had a dream even, or a psychic experience of like what this relationship could be. And because they had that vision, because they had that dream, it's really difficult when the earthworm appears to be kind of scared. I feel like the earthworm has so many feelings, but they're scared of showing them. And so they come across as really cool, calm, collected, and sometimes even disinterested on the surface, but it couldn't be further from the truth. Like, the image that they project towards the fish is totally out of alignment with what their actual feelings are. On the inside, they feel ooey gooey mushy and in love about this connection, wanting actually like marriage and living together. Like, they really see that, they really want that. But there's like a huge schism between what they truly want and what they're projecting, and the reason for that is fear, which is really sad. So I feel like having this conversation will give the earthworm opportunity to realize, like, if I don't get my crap together, get over this fear and start appreciating the fish person more, I can lose them. And again, I feel like this self-love card truly is for the fish here. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Like, you deserve someone who is showing you their emotions very openly, very clearly. You deserve someone who shows interest in you. You deserve someone who isn't trying to project this image of having one foot out the door, even though you psychically, intuitively know that they feel more for you. That's the thing about the fish, which makes them confused, because the fish person here is very psychic, very intuitive. They know that the earthworm has strong, deep feelings, as deep as the earth. But the image that they're projecting on the physical realm, they're coming off as a little cold, a little calculating, a little, a little bit selfish. And so, like, yeah, that difference between what their intuition is telling them versus what they're physically seeing causes massive discomfort for the fish. They're up at night thinking about this connection and worrying about it because of that. So we need to bring this all to the surface with a very clear conversation, guys. Conversation is the key, is the opportunity for this relationship. And I feel like if you're the fish, the more you love yourself, the more self-respect that you show yourself, the more you will notice others give that to you. Okay? You no longer are resonant. You no longer resonate at the frequency of people not showing you respect or love. So the more you love yourself and set up boundaries and standards and say, I'm growing with or without you, this earthworm person has two options. Either they oblige and they go along with it, or they get out. This reminds me of something I read the other week, and it went something along the lines of, okay, this has to do with the attachment theories, okay? So in relationship, there is 4 attachments that people can have. 1, there is the avoidant person. This is someone who kind of distanced themselves from emotions, cold, calculating, all that. There is the anxiously attached person, which is like the exact opposite. The more that somebody shows disinterest, the more they kind of cling on and get really anxious in relationships. There's the secure attachment, which is, what a healthy relationship should look like. You're comfortable. And then there's the disorganized one, which is just chaos. It's like all of them put together, dependent on the person and situation. That was kind of a bad description, so look into it yourself. But anyways, I feel like the fish person in this relationship was acting as the anxious attached person, and the earthworm person is acting avoidant. And I read this quote the other day that said, when the anxiously attached person begins to act secure in a relationship and approach things from a secure, healthy perspective, the avoidantly attached partner has two options. And those options are to start opening up and becoming, more securely attached and doing the things that go into a healthy relationship, or they continue being avoidant and withdrawn and they lose the connection. So those are the two options here, guys. I really do feel like most of you are the fish, okay? And if you are the earthworm, really take this in, okay? You need to, if you are genuinely interested in this connection, you need to get over your fears and start showing it and really reflect on how you were raised and why you have fears surrounding intimacy and opening up and being emotional, okay? So that's your reading. Next opportunity is a big old talk, okay? This is a make or break conversation. All right. I think we about covered everything. So thank you guys for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye. Group number 2, welcome. Let's see what your next love opportunity is. So we're going to start with the who. So we have one person over here, one person over here. One of these sides should represent you and the other should represent the other person that this love opportunity will be taking place with. You might find yourself in both sides. That's perfectly fine and normal. That just means that either it's you on both sides or you're in a relationship where you are mirroring each other a lot, which would also mean that like they kind of also are similar to you. Anyways, let's dive into it. Either side could be you, so really listen to your intuition here and see what resonates. If none of this resonates and you're like, what the heck, go back and pick another pile, or maybe this reading just isn't for you. Okay, so person number 1 over here is being represented by the zebra. A lot of Aquarius energy, could also be earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, I would say, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. The zebra is a very unique person, okay? They thrive on not fitting in, and also I'm seeing a very unusual appearance. They really don't like looking like everyone else. They like having their own uniqueness about them. They are not afraid to stand out from the crowd. There's also an aura of like fame, and just magneticism that comes from this person. They have very, like, they're not afraid to be different, and that is their strength. They don't conform. And also I'm seeing they're very like hip and aware to everything going on in the world that people don't talk about. This is someone who is, I don't know why I want to say like aware of what's really going on in society, aware of what's really going on in the different governments and with the media. And they're a free thinker. They're aware of how sometimes these greater organizations try to use like mind control, and they're just not stuck in all that. They're a free thinker, and I feel like they have this natural desire to wake people up, to get people feeling, to get people realizing their own power and what's going on, and to get themselves out of this unhealthy, toxic system that just, is only benefiting the people who are currently in power. So lots of progressive, awake, aware, consciously aware. This person has an expanded conscious awareness. They really understand what's truly going on. They don't ignore things. They have a mind of their own. They can see the media, they can see the news, and they can ask themselves, why am I being shown this? Why aren't we having these conversations? And why is this being used as a distraction? What is the purpose here? This person's really, really intelligent. I'm also getting a lot of air energy from them. Like, so Aquarius, like we said, Libra and Gemini could be major placements as well. I know I just said like half of the zodiac, so I guess whatever. They're also being represented by the warrior. This person might be a strong activist. Oh, that was the word I was looking for in group number 1. I was trying to figure out that word and like I just couldn't remember it. The warrior. They have a really strong sense of purpose here. Also, they might have, I want to say, like a tattoo of either this skull or a snake or even a rainbow. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing they might have tattoos or colorful hair. Or again, they just have like a very unique appearance, or their wardrobe is very like fun, I want to say, or comical, or eclectic, unique. I'm also really enjoying the similar color schemes here. I feel like they take the problems of the world very seriously, but then their own soul, spirit, and personality is very fun. Very, like, I don't know, I'm getting a vision of like disco balls. Maybe they have a disco ball in like their apartment or living room or bedroom or something. Or I'm also seeing like colorful printed socks. They might have fun socks. And I'm also seeing like either a fuzzy jacket or like a jacket with tassels, or like, I don't know, I'm getting so many visual things. I feel like this person really enjoys visual aesthetic things that are fun. Decorating, just having fun things that brighten their mood. So they're really in tune with their inner child, but also their more adult and serious side is very, again, consciously aware, trying to wake people up to certain issues in the world. And then their major arcana card is the High Priestess in reversed. Yeah, we have that psychic energy. Like we said, they're aware, they're awake, they're alive, they know what's going on beneath the surface. In reverse, though, I do want to say this person should watch out for being a little bit too much of a conspiracy theorist or getting overwhelmed with the things going on in the world. You know, they really do need to reground themselves in optimism and Mother Earth very frequently, because I feel like at times they may have overactivated upper chakras, and that can cause some serious depression for them if they don't keep control of it. You know, they really would benefit from tuning back in with Mother Earth and like literally just focusing on play and fun and, you know, just having fun and grounding themselves in nature and in their physical body, and remembering that even though they feel like an alien at times, they are a human living this human experience, and they shouldn't separate themselves from that human experience. They need to understand that they are also Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is them. And I feel like that would really help balance out some of their pessimism, depression, anxiety, those types of kind of symptoms of an overactive third eye chakra and crown chakra. So there is that. Person number 2 is being represented by the Scorpion in reversed, or we'll just flip it over. I don't usually read these cards in reversed. They might be a Scorpio or have strong Scorpio placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, straight up. This is someone who, okay, interesting energy in relationships and in life. This is someone who, compared to the zebra, takes their time a little bit more to reflect on decisions and think things through, mule things over. But then once they make a decision, boom, there it is. They go straight after it with like insane force, okay? Whereas I feel like the zebra person is more intuitive, you know, they get an idea, they do it, you know, they don't mule things over too long, you know, they're a lot more impulsive and spontaneous. Whereas the Scorpion, they're not as impulsive or spontaneous, but you know, once they fully analyzed a situation and, you know, really took it in, then they make really, really swift movements, even swifter than the zebra. So 2 different ways of moving for sure. But I feel like these 2 can really appreciate each other's energies and that difference. Also with the Scorpion, I'm seeing that they are profoundly loyal. They are profoundly loyal. You know, once they made that decision that someone is romantically like theirs, it's done. Like that decision has been made. They'll be hard pressed to break out of that connection. Like you would really have to screw over the Scorpion person in order for them to like let you go, to let you out of their hook, out of their embrace, you know. Once they made the decision that you are theirs, you're theirs forever, unless you like completely screw them over, essentially. So if you're the zebra person here and this is someone new and you're not like really sure how into it they are, once the Scorpion person makes their decision, you're stuck. Okay, they're not letting you go. We have the mother figure coming out here. I can see it again. Lots of Scorpio energy I'm getting. This person really is kind of like the mom of their friend group. And it's funny because I feel like for some, this is a more divine masculine person here. Like, I don't know, when I was doing the zebra, if this was like a traditional, that was an awful word. If this was a heterosexual relationship, I feel like the zebra would be the woman here and the scorpion would be the man. Definitely doesn't have to be like that. But, regardless, I feel like they do give off this like mother goose type of energy. I feel like the scorpion makes a lot better decisions than the people in their life. They're really good at decision making. As we saw, they use their logic, they really take in all the facts, mule it over, and then make a very confident decision. Like, they are an expert decision maker, and sometimes they really are like the mother hen, the mother goose of their friend group, because I don't know, I'm getting a vision of them surrounded by people who are just silly. They're just, they don't make the best decisions. Like, they might have a friend that keeps getting into abusive relationships, or a friend who drinks too much and they have to, be the one holding their hair back. They're very responsible. I'm getting a silly energy from the scorpion as well, which is what makes them bond so well with the zebra. But they have a much more responsible way of going about their life, whereas the zebra person's very lighthearted and goes with the flow and follows their impulses and are very spontaneous. The scorpion is more logical, practical, and good at making decisions at times, I would say. They do give off this motherly, responsible energy. So I feel like in this connection, the zebra person's the one that's like, oh my gosh, like, let's just randomly drive to the casinos and go gambling. And then the scorpion's like, no, we're saving our money. We will stay in and order Chinese food. Like, I don't know. But like, they're still able to be silly and fun together. But the scorpion definitely sometimes does feel like the mom or the dad to the zebra. Now, not in a weird way. The major arcana card for the scorpion is the Chariot in reversed. Interesting. So I feel like the scorpion person here is ready for a new chapter in their life. They're ready to go outside of their comfort zone. And I feel like the zebra person is really the one who's going to take them there. I love this combination of energy, guys. I'm getting soulmate vibes from this, to be honest, because you guys just feel like a really good match for each other. Because I feel like sometimes the zebra person may lack just taking their time, using like they lack that groundedness, like we said earlier. And I feel like the scorpion person is very grounded. They do think things through. They aren't as impulsive as the zebra, but they are very willing to move very quickly when they have made a decision, which is something that the zebra can appreciate. And I don't know, I just feel like the scorpion person is ready for new chapters in life, ready for some zest, but they're not the type of person to come up with these creative ideas. And I feel like the zebra person is, if that makes sense. Like, this person is the magic, the ideas, the spontaneity. And this person is the groundedness, the responsibility, and the one who can sustain that creativity. It's like the scorpion is the womb, and the zebra is the stuff that makes the magic baby stuff happen. You know what I mean? That was a really weird metaphor. I am sorry for that, but you get what I'm saying. It's a pretty good match, and I can see that these two people can really, like, they're each other. They speak each other's language of weirdness, is what I want to say. And also, I do feel like the scorpion person here does have an alternative aesthetic as well. They might have like tattoos or like grunginess or like a darker aesthetic. It's very like there's an edge to them, and there's like an eclecticness to them. So I don't know, they just are each other's level of weirdness. And I also feel like the scorpion is ready for a serious relationship. They're ready for some movements forward in that regard. Maybe they were not interested in that before, but at the time that these two meet and start talking, I definitely can see a readiness coming from the scorpion. And I feel like the zebra is always ready for whatever life throws at them. And I don't know. I'm just getting good vibes. So let's see what the actual opportunity is. Okay, so what is happening? What is the opportunity here? I kept these cards out just for reference. And then we have the offering being the what is the opportunity here. So we're seeing someone give something up under the name of the moon. And I kind of do feel like, so when this card came out, I'm not going to lie, the song The Death of a Bachelor came into my head from Panic at the Disco. Which is a song that's like, you know, the death of a bachelor, lifetime of laughter at the expense of the death of a bachelor. So I would listen to it. That song might have some meaning for you, but honestly, like that song, and this is kind of like, I am giving up my singlehood. Also, it just started snowing out. That's fun. And the energy of snow, the spirit of snow is very significant when it starts happening randomly like that when I'm doing readings. So that actually signifies gentleness and ease for me. That's like my symbol of gentleness and ease. So I feel like this relationship is going to be really easy. Honestly, it's just going to be really natural, really fun, really easy. I don't see any major problems. Like, and I feel like you both deserve a really easy relationship, because I do feel like you both maybe don't carry it so heavily in your energy, but you both have been through some stuff in life, okay? And you both deserve this. And I think because you have that in common, you're just, like, I feel like this is a relationship between two givers, okay? Two people who really care, which is what makes this so easy. Like, you both make each other feel loved, and it's just really trustworthy and secure. Like, I love it. I really do love it. Outstanding energy. And with the offering card, oh, that actually makes sense too. This can actually show that you're both givers. You know, this is what you have in common. You're both willing to sacrifice for each other. You're both willing to make each other happy. Like, that is what goes into a healthy relationship. Two people who want to make each other happy. Okay, so I do adore this. I do think one blip that will come up in your relationship way later down the line, so if this is a new connection, I feel like this will be years, years, when you guys are fully comfortable living with each other, etc., is that, you know, you will have a moment of kind of reclaiming your independence and undoing any codependency. I don't feel like this is a toxic codependency. I just think you both are very, like, deeply enmeshed with each other. I'm seeing that energy. Later down the line, you might have opportunities to kind of undo that, reclaim your independence, but we'll worry about that later. For right now, this is a very beautiful new beginning between you two, I'm feeling. So what are the energies each person's carrying? So the zebra person here, you are carrying the patience card. You're very patient and angelic. You know, I am seeing this energy of just being an earth angel, honestly. And again, like that feeling of I'm not a human, but you carry a lot of patience and gentleness in this connection, and you're very gentle with the scorpion, which is something they really appreciate. And I also feel like the zebra person appreciates the patience that the scorpion person has shown them. You know, maybe they have taken their time to really figure out what they want, or to date and figure out if they want something more serious or whatever, and the scorpion has been very patient, or vice versa. Like, that patience, that respect, and that gentleness. We see snow again, that gentle, patient, kind, nurturing energy is really strong in this connection, which is just so beautiful. The scorpion is carrying the energy of the angel of balance. Guys, we have two angels here. You're both earth angels. You're both little aliens pretending to be humans. I love it. And, you know, that's again what makes this relationship so easy. Like, neither of you are in it for personal gain. And I do want to say that is kind of rare, which is sad, because I feel like everyone should approach relationships from that way of, like, you know, wanting to be in relationships to love each other and better each other and work as a team and really, like, make each other feel loved and supported. My memory card became full and I don't know where I stopped recording, but to summarize where we're at so far, we have the angel of balance, patience. Y'all are both angels. Beautiful energies carried between each other. I really love this connection. We see the moon coming out in a crescent, and I'm seeing this as a waxing crescent, meaning it was just a new moon, a new beginning. Things are growing between the two of you. This relationship is growing, and it's heading in a really positive direction, I feel. So let's see what the actual moon herself wants to say about this. Mama Moon rules over emotions, relationships, daily happenstances. So let's see what she's saying. What is the opportunity that comes next? New moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. the opportunity here is that you're both givers. You really are both givers. And you have the opportunity to make this relationship beautiful. I'm seeing this beautiful, like, kind of give and take here, where it's like the zebra person gives or says something nice to the scorpion, and the scorpion's like, oh, well, I gotta return that energy and then some. And then the zebra's like, well, I gotta return that energy and then some. And then the scorpion's like, I gotta return that energy. And then it's just this really beautiful way of growing in a relationship that I feel like all relationships should be like. I really do love it. So I feel like if you want this relationship to grow, if you want to grow with this person, just keep giving to it. Just keep pouring to it. How do we give to our relationships? We can use the 5 love languages and use that as a guide. You know, people always say, like, what's your love language? And it's like, I feel like every relationship should have all of those love languages activated. Like, my love language is all 5 of them, okay? Words of affirmation. Compliment your partner. Tell them how great they're doing. Tell them how much, you know, they mean to you. Acts of service. When they invite you over and they make dinner for you, you do their dishes, you know, or you make dinner and they do the dishes. Quality time. Get off your freaking phone when you're with each other. Be really present. Do something intentional. Have intentional weekly date nights. Physical touch. Hold the other's hand. Snuggle. You know, hug. Show that physical affection. And then what's the other one? Gifts. You know, get a little something special for your person every now and then. That is how you give to your relationships. And I feel like this is a connection where you pour your energy into it, but it's being poured back and then some. And then you have this, you know, overflow of energy, so then you can pour back and then some. And it's just a really beautiful connection and beautiful opportunity for a really easy relationship here. Really easy. Okay, this is 2 givers. 2 givers. I'm also seeing for some of you guys, you might be single, okay? I feel like the majority of you either have just kind of started talking to this person, or maybe this is... I feel like this can go across the board, actually. Some of you guys might be in a really long distance relationship with this person. You're like, yep, that sounds like them. That sounds like them. For others, you're like just seeing this person. This is, you know, how you guys grow together. And for others, you know, you're single and this is who you're going to meet. That's the opportunity. But the opportunity is this person, whichever one it is. You're given the opportunity to be in a relationship with another earth angel, with another giver, which is a beautiful experience. So now I want to get let's just move this stuff. I want to get a when, or some more information on the how, or just more information in general. Maybe the where, any other significant details we need to know. Spirit. Next love opportunity for group number 2. We have look for a sign. Signs all around you guys. They will show you your next opportunity. I also specifically feel guided to say, like, look at the ads that you've been seeing recently. Like, if you've been seeing ads for, like, Airbnbs and little cabins in the woods, maybe the next opportunity to have a great time with your person might be, you know, like traveling, doing a little weekend getaway in the woods. If you're seeing ads for, like, rings and stuff, you know, maybe that's a sign that your next opportunity with this person has something to do with that. There's like signs that the universe is showing you that's kind of showing you the next significant love chapters. Okay, I think we're all psychic, and if you look around you, you know, spirit is kind of showing you the next steps in your love life right here in the present moment. Okay, so pay attention to that. It becomes like to the point, if you work on your psychic abilities enough, it becomes to the point where you're no longer surprised at anything. Honestly, like, you no longer get shocked that anything happens because you always see it coming. And I feel like looking at all the signs that are around you and acknowledging them is a part of that. So the universe has been showing you what's next. We have the flame. The flames of love are growing. Flames of love are growing. That's the opportunity here. You're becoming closer and closer and closer. This is a relationship that's like wine, where it just keeps getting better over time. So like some of you guys can spend the rest of your life with this person, and it's still just going to keep getting better and better, because even though you become comfortable, the honeymoon phase is over. This is someone who you experience newness with all the time. Like, you're traveling to new places together. You're starting new projects together. You're embarking on new chapters together. And even your own individual lives, you're doing your own little thing and you're supporting each other. So this relationship is one that will never really dull. So let's get some tarot to kind of just clarify what opportunity this is and what picture will be played out in this connection next. I'm using the manga tarot. I have no idea why I wanted to use it today. I just felt guided to use it for this reading. So I'm shuffling it up and we'll pick about 5 cards. What opportunity is coming? We have the 6 of Pentacles. Everything about this reading is just giving me equal give and take. And what you give to this person, you'll be receiving back. So I love that. Honestly, I really love that. Also, I'm seeing some type of like dominant, submissive type of dynamic here. So I'm just saying, that might be something that might be like a kink, something you enjoy with each other. Okay. So listen, I'm just the reader. I'm just the deliverer of messages. Y'all are the freaks. What do you want from me? We have the 3 of Cups. This is happiness and friendship, shared friendship. I'm seeing this is someone who either you have the same friend group, you get along with their friends really well, they get along with your friends really well. I'm seeing something like that, but there's a lot of happiness here, and some of you guys might even be planning a party together or have some type of social event where you'll be going with each other, like a wedding or something like that. That's really fun, really nice. Also, sorry if the heat of this candle or the smoke of this candle is getting into the camera lens. I don't know why, it's like extra intense right now. But yeah, guys, the energy here is just one of happiness and joy and like just truly integrating into each other's lives with ease. And I'm seeing like your families like each other, things like that. King of Wands in reversed. Okay, so everything can't be perfect. I am seeing that there might be some dysfunction within one of you guys personally. So for example, with the zebra, this could be like them having a lot of big ideas for their career, their business, their ambitions in life, but they have a really hard time actually like completing the things on their to-do list. They might struggle with procrastination or something along those lines. And I'm just seeing that one or both of you might have some personal struggles, and it's not like it affects the relationship deeply. It's just that, you know, there might be some unhappiness within because you feel like you should be further along in life, or you feel like you should be further along with some of your ambitions. That's the type of energy I'm kind of picking up here, so that is a little interesting. Let's see what else comes up. Also, I'm seeing through this relationship, jealousy issues will be overcome substantially. We have the Knight of Swords in reversed. Fascinating. Another problem that might come up in this relationship, and I know this was like literally your next love opportunity, but for some reason Spirit's like, no, we're just doing a full relationship reading. I'm seeing another problem that might arise in this relationship is the speed at which it moves forward. So I feel like in particular the zebra might feel like the scorpion is moving a bit slowly. But in reality, it's almost like, you know, there's a period of like slowness, and then boom, 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 all of a sudden, like all of these big changes start happening. And the Scorpion person is actually quite bold when it comes to making decisions. They're quite bold in their life, but like we said, it takes them time to really decide on something. But once they've done it, like they're in. It's like boom, 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 we're here. So for example, like let's just say, you know, these are 2 people who want to get married. The zebra person might feel like the Scorpion person is taking really long to propose. And then in reality, the Scorpion person is just really like analyzing all the different elements of compatibility. You know, is this something we want to do? Maybe they decide they do it, and they really spend their time picking out the right ring and like coming up with this big grand proposal thing, and they're just taking their time. And then once they do it, they really do it big. And then it's like right after that, it's like, okay, we're already immediately into like planning the wedding, all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so once the Scorpion takes action, like they really take action and they really move forward. And I feel like that might be something that frustrates the zebra at first until they realize how bold the Scorpion person truly is. So again, these are 2 people who are extremely compatible. They just have different methods of moving forward, different ways of moving forward. Also, I'm seeing this King of Wands kind of as the zebra and the Knight of Swords kind of as the Scorpion. So I feel like the zebra person carries more leadership roles in their life. They might be more comfortable leading or coming up with ideas, planning parties. There might be, I don't know why I keep coming back to that. Maybe there is literally a party being planned. Just coming up with ideas for the relationship and how you can work and grow together. And then the Scorpion person, Knight of Swords reversed. This is someone who really runs with those ideas. Once they make the decision that, it's going to happen, they really run with it. So, interesting. I really like the dynamic. You're different, but in ways that kind of work together. I would just say avoid getting frustrated at those small differences, like how you move forward. Because it's not like the zebra person is faster than the Scorpion. It's just, whereas the zebra moves at an even-keeled pace quickly, the Scorpion pauses for a long time, assesses the whole situation, and then runs super fast. So they're technically moving at the same pace, just in very different ways. And it may appear at times that the Scorpion person is not moving forward when in reality they are. Okay, so I think that's something that the zebra person needs to understand. And I feel like many of you watching are the zebra person. And you need to understand that your person isn't moving slow, actually. They're just moving in a different way than you usually do. Okay, final card for clarification. Any day now. Spirit. Queen of Wands reverse. So we have the King and Queen of Wands. This again shows a matching couple. It shows soulmates. Okay, both in reversed. And I feel like these are two people who I'm almost getting this sense of wanderlust, or this sense of I want more in life. I want to experience more in my life when you guys meet each other, or at this current moment in your relationship. Like, I'm ready to move things forward. I'm ready to see more of the world. I'm ready to really see my goals achieved. I'm ready to grow this relationship. I am ready to grow. That is like the affirmation of this relationship where it's currently at. Or when you meet each other, like, I am ready to grow. I am ready to grow. And together, you guys can really achieve that if you communicate it. And if you communicate well with each other and you don't get frustrated with each other. King and Queen of Wands. These are two people who will be very well traveled in their time together. They will travel to many different places. I'm seeing trips, international trips. I'm seeing culture, I'm seeing history and nature documentaries, I'm seeing higher education or learning, or like just being an encyclopedia of random facts and knowledge. I am seeing a passion and zest for life, particularly from the zebra. I feel like they have a lot of grand ambitions for their life, for their business, for their career, for their purpose. The Scorpion here, I'm not seeing them as quite ambitious as the zebra. Like, I don't think they might not even put that much passion into their career. Like, maybe they have a job just to like get money. But they feel really passionate about the people they care about and about having life experiences. So they both carry passions just in different areas of life, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's get some final messages, advice, answers into this love opportunity, this relationship, where it's going, advice from the romance angels, and then we'll actually get some channeled messages from the zebra to the Scorpion and the Scorpion to the zebra. So what's up here, Spirit? What additional energies and information do you want to give about this love connection, this love opportunity, this love offer? I really do feel like many of you are the zebra here, and the Scorpion has something up their sleeve that they're moving a bit slowly to you on. Oh gosh. That was way too many cards. Maybe a few. Okay. There we go. I'll take these. All right. Just organize them up. The first card out, we have this one. And it says, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it'll automatically transform. This is a really good piece of advice, actually, for you guys. Like, just trust that your partner loves each other. I feel like that's something that needs to be developed here. And like we saw earlier, jealousy issues are something that's going to be resolved in this connection. I also want to say trust. I feel that these two people might have been hurt or betrayed in the past, and through this healthy connection, you will heal that. And trust is something that you need to practice, truly. It's not something that just happens. It's something that you have to practice giving to somebody who is trustworthy. And I feel like, don't try to push this relationship faster than it's going. Don't push the other partner to move faster is what I really want to say. We have this card with transformation. Of course, the first word in this one's transformation occurs, and then the next card is transformation. Okay, so first you trust each other, then the transformation will happen. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. There you go. First lesson of this connection is learning to trust each other, and then we see this massive transformation happening soon. Next, we have this card coming out. Ooh, look at the little snake wrapped around them. And snakes are a symbol of transformation. Lots of Scorpio energy here as well. With power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. And that's something to keep in mind here, guys. If you don't want to wait, you can walk away. But you instinctively and intuitively know what the next best move is in this relationship. And then our final card that came out for you is this one right here, hot. And it says passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Okay, so these are the energies shared betwixt you two. Let's get some advice from your romance angels for when it comes to this relationship. So romance angels, what do you want to say about this relationship, about this love opportunity? I feel like you'll have the opportunity, maybe next time you see each other, if this is someone you know, to have a very passionate encounter with each other. All right, maybe going back to that dominance and submission thing we were talking about earlier. I don't know, there's something there maybe. But yeah, this is a very transformative, healing relationship where you're both getting better as people as a result of meeting each other. And again, it's two givers. As you give and pour love into each other, each other grows and becomes better and evolves. This is a growing relationship that'll keep growing and keep evolving, and your lives keep getting better as a result of being in this. Okay, how many cards do I feel guided to pull? I'm thinking 4. 4 is the number of stability, ironically. So we have release your ex. That's something that will happen. And that's a part of the trusting process as well. Releasing your past, releasing the past pains, and releasing your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Block them. If you can't get over them, block them. Okay, straight up. Passion coming out twice now. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Y'all getting frisky the next time y'all see each other, I think. We have, this could be the one. Yeah, big time energy with this. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. For many of you, you already know this person, definitely. And chemistry, tons of it. Tons of it. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. A magnetic and seductive quality. Magnetism, transformation, these are words that are coming out more than once, okay? Very, very important. Like, this is a really awesome relationship, to be honest. Like, truly. Now, I know not every relationship is perfect, and I do want to say, don't give up on this. If there is an issue that comes up in this connection, for example, if you're feeling insecure, talk to them straight up. They will reassure you. If you are struggling to release your ex or the past, block them. Work on that. Figure out what it is about the past that keeps you having to go back. If you're feeling jealous, really dig into that jealous feeling and figure out if it's because there's a need that's not being met or if it's an insecurity that you carry. Work through that feeling. These negative emotions that come up through relationships are the healing guidance we need. Relationships are mirrors into what needs healing within ourselves. So if we're emotionally in our natural state of unconditional love and peace, you're going to have an unconditionally loving and peaceful relationship. And if there's issues in that relationship that trigger emotional responses, that emotional response is just a mirror into what you need to heal within yourself. Because if you are perfectly healed within yourself, you wouldn't be attracting partners that trigger these ridiculous emotional responses. You just wouldn't even put up with it. So I think your emotions that are triggered via relationships are really good indications of what needs healing within yourself or the own energy that you carry. If you have a perfectly loving relationship, that's because you yourself are a loving individual, and that's your own love that you're feeling. Anyways, so if the zebra was perfectly honest with the scorpion about their thoughts and feelings towards this connection, what would they say? Oh, we have some cards that have come out. Anything else? Oh god, it's gonna get messy. Anything else? Oh, something flipped over. There we go. Anything else? Anything else? Zebra to scorpion, zebra to scorpion. Guys, honestly, this is one of the best love readings I've done in a while. It's pretty good energy. Okay. We have the Two of Cups. This connection is all-consuming in the healthiest way possible. I love you. Yeah, guys, this is just healthy relationship vibes here all around. I love it. Deepening commitment. They feel the same way you feel. Yeah, this is a very mirrored attraction. I feel like we're pretty equal. And that Six of Pentacles that came up earlier is a really clear indication of that. Like, we both have the same feelings towards each other. This isn't like what's that word? An unreciprocated type of romance. This is like equal and fair. New romance and strong passion. There's that word passion again. An equal give and take, emotions declared and reciprocated, mutual feelings. Oh. We have the Page of Cups. Wow. With I want to rush into romance, but maybe we should slow down and just have fun. Yeah, I definitely feel like the zebra person is a little overzealous. Like, they just want to get married like right now. And I feel like the scorpion's slower pace, I guess you could say, is a really good indication of them, maybe I should slow my life down a little bit. Like, yeah, maybe I should enjoy this flirting, this newness, this passion, this honeymoon phase for as long as possible. Like, what is the rush? Generous, good friend who wants good company, good vibes and fun, enjoy the thrill of romance, new love and energy and news, having fun with each other, might turn serious eventually. Yeah. So I would say that if you're feeling like things are moving slowly, you want more commitment, like, just enjoy what you have right now because it's leading in that direction. Don't force or put pressure on this connection because you both have the same sentiments towards each other. So when we don't add that unnecessary pressure, like, you're going to get what you want anyways within reasonable time. And then we have the Ace of Swords. I want to talk things through and figure out where this is going because I love you. New beginnings, direct and clear communication, immediate change in circumstances. I feel like the zebra person here wants to have a really good, clear picture of the future. Like, they want to have that future kind of locked in. They want to have a vision of it. They want to understand, where things are going. They want to have that talk of like, what are we? If you haven't had that already. Or like, just, I don't know. They're a little bit uncomfortable right now, just in the not knowing, because they feel so passionately, so optimistic. They just want that like locked and loaded, this is what we are, this is where we're going type of energy. Now let's take a look at the scorpion's thoughts and feelings towards this relationship and what they would say to the zebra if they were 100% open, honest, and authentic with them. Scorpion. Ooh, these ones are popping right out. Oh. Okay. Quite a few thoughts and feelings from the scorpion. So we have the Six of Wands. I've been checking you out for a while and I'm ready to share my feelings. Yeah, this is exactly how the scorpion operates. They observe, they watch, they take a look at how this person is making them feel. They're seeing, their green flags, yellow flags, red flags, like really taking it all in when it comes to this relationship. And they're coming to a conclusion. They're ready to share those feelings with the zebra. Also, they might be like taking a look at the zebra's social media. They think that they're really cool. They kind of put the zebra a little bit on a pedestal and they admire the zebra from afar. I don't know if the zebra has like a really cool like Instagram or some type of social media thing, a blog or something. Some of you guys, I'm getting that type of energy. The scorpion person definitely checks that out. We also have the Nine of Pentacles. I appreciate all that you do. Your independence and self-sufficiency is so attractive. The zebra's generosity and kindness is definitely noticed by the scorpion, and they absolutely adore that. I feel like the scorpion has definitely been with some people who just were kind of selfish in the past. So just the kindness that the zebra gives off and the humbleness really just... It is fully noted by the scorpion. They appreciate that so much. The way that the zebra dresses is also very attractive. Like we said, this zebra has a very unique aesthetic, totally unique to them, and the scorpion finds it super duper attractive. You have a serene and healing energy is what they would say to the zebra, and your self-respect is a major turn on. I definitely do feel like the zebra person gives off self-respect vibes. You know, they're not here to mess around. You know, it took them a while to develop some healthy boundaries, but here they are having those boundaries and, you know, just really taking care of themselves. And they're not like needy, they're not clingy. And I think this scorpion loves that. And it's funny because the scorpion kind of does give off like, I feel like you're both like codependent with each other, but in a healthy way, if that makes sense. Interdependent, obsessed with each other in a healthy way. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. Okay, we have the World card. And also, notice how like all of this is pink and all of this is green. That's very strange. Also, green and pink just so happen to be the colors of the heart chakra. I did not do that on purpose when I wrote these cards, but I guess that's just how it turned out. You are my world. I am committed and will literally do anything for you. I worship you. So Scorpion is deeply attracted to the zebra on all levels. Complete happiness. Them titties though. Okay, so if the zebra person like has breasts or a really nice chest area, chest hair, or like pecs, you know, Scorpion really digs it. Okay, really into that. Long-term energy, long-term commitment. Yeah, they're here for the long run. We have 3 more cards for the Scorpion, so they literally have twice the amount of things they want to say. 7 of Cups. I don't know what I want. I overthink everything. I daydream about this connection, but I have a hard time trusting my emotions. So yeah, like we said, they take their time to really, you know, figure out their emotions and make the right decision. Great opportunities to grow, but not making any decisions right now. I feel like that will change pretty soon. They fantasize about the zebra and confusion. We have the 10 of Cups. Wow, 10 of Cups. You make me so happy. I can see us spending the rest of our lives together. Emotionally fulfilled, happy and prosperous, creating a home and family, secure and prosperous love. And then the final one is the 2 of Swords. I'm protecting my heart right now. The unknown scares me, so I don't really make any emotional decisions. I can't make a decision right now. Stalemate, weighing options, temporary time out, taking time to think, afraid to leave the comfort zone. So guys, I just want to clarify that in this deck, I do have some pretty negative cards. You guys did not really get them. So this is, like we said, really positive reading. The only thing I'm seeing here that is kind of a big issue right now is that the Scorpion appears to be taking their time. But if we recall, this zebra person had the energy of patience. And I think that's really beautiful. I think the Scorpion is someone who needs that extra time to kind of process things, mull things over, and really figure things out. But once they make that decision, they are going for it at full speed. I just want to let the zebra person know, if you are the zebra person watching, your patience will pay off, because this Scorpion person, like, they'll make that decision and boom, they are running. Okay, it'll be immediate. All right, so I just really think it's cool. And also, this Scorpion person understands how patient the zebra person has been with them. So that understanding is there. They are, you know, very aware of just how awesome the zebra has been through all of this. So very loving, transformative, trusting, passionate relationship. And I think this is going places, guys. If you ask me personally, I think this is going in a pretty positive direction. So keep up the good work. If you're single, you know, this is the energy you're bringing in. So have fun with that. Also, with that 3 of Cups card from earlier, if you are single, this is someone who you most likely will meet through mutual friends. So go ahead and say yes to all the hangouts, all the events, and really flirt while you're there. If you find someone attractive, make direct eye contact, smile. Not even just if you're attracted to them, just to make new friends in general. When you flirt, not only do you make new friends, but you also, you know, have more opportunities for love to come in. So go ahead and, you know, talk it up. Also, I want to say, if you are single, release your ex is a confirmation that it ain't your ex we're talking about. So get that out of your mind and life. You know, as I always say, when you take the trash out, you don't go back outside to visit the trash. You leave it there for the garbage men to pick up, okay? Apply that same logic to your exes. I know that's so rude, but what can I say? They're your ex for a reason. Relationship didn't work out. Don't try going back around. Like, they're still the same person. you're still the same person. You clearly were not compatible. Find someone you are compatible with. Who is this person? Clearly, okay? Thank you guys for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you for the next one. Bye. Route number 3, welcome. Let's see what your next love opportunity is. So first, we're going to start with the who. We have person number 1, person number 2. This is going to be you and your other person, and you can fall on either side here, so use your intuition to figure out which side is you, which side is the other person. If you see yourself in both sides, that just means you and your person are mirroring each other, which is, a pretty clear indication of a strong spiritual connection. And if you don't find yourself in any of this and you're like, what the heck, that doesn't resonate at all, go back and pick another group, or maybe you just don't have any messages in this reading. So let's begin. Person number 1 is being represented by the black egg of truth. This person is here for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, okay? They are very to the point. I don't want to say cutthroat, but they don't like having their time wasted. They, know what they want, and they're going to speak that, and that's pretty much how they operate, okay? And with the egg here, this is the birth of a new beginning. So it's they want a new beginning, they know what they want, they communicate that. Very clear, concise, to the point, okay? Love that energy. Their archetype is the self, and that's what it looks like. This person is big into listening and observing the world around them. They are someone who, in this connection, they are just going to be more of a listener as opposed to a speaker, and I think that's really cool. They really just want to get to the truth of who people are, get to know people. That really, strikes up something within them. And also, I feel like they are very contemplative. They ponder the meaning of life a lot and are just trying to figure out their place in this world. And I feel like this person is aware of the knowledge that their outer reality is a reflection of their own inner reality. And so they observe everything that goes on in their outer reality to kind of pinpoint where they need to be looking within themselves, the emotional responses they have to art, to people, to situations, that is pointing to something within themselves. And they can also notice this in other people. This person is really good at picking apart a person's psychology. They might actually be in the psychological fields, in fact, but they are really deep and contemplative and just really... They enjoy getting to know somebody but through listening before they like to open up about themselves to the other person. And I feel like sometimes they might even struggle in friendships and relationships. They might be so into their listening energy that they forget to let other people in on their own life. And that can be, I don't think they realize how not fair that is to the other person. They're opening up about their lives, they should be reciprocating that. And that is how you build intimacy. And I feel like this black egg person may sometimes feel lonely in the world because they're constantly in this energy of listening and taking in information. They're incredibly intelligent, but they can forget to allow their own thoughts and expressions and feelings to come through as well. And I feel like they might sometimes not realize how valuable that is for other people. And it should be an equal give and take, do an equal amount of listening as well as speaking. I feel like they're a little bit too much in their listening energy. Their major arcana card coming out to represent them is Justice in reversed. I am seeing a bit of a pessimistic energy coming from them, not gonna lie. Like we said, they're very much a listener, and I feel like they can see all the bad that is done in the world, all the unjust things that happen. And it kind of can make them a bit of they're the type of person to be like, I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist, but in reality they are totally a pessimist. And notice how it's their self here is just complete shadow, and then all around them is light and color and all this happiness, and they kind of project that shadow outwards. There's a lot of dark colors here all around them, so it's really interesting. We also have person number 2 over here being represented by the bear. And this is a very maternal, feminine energy, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. They don't have to be, though. This is an energy that lives to protect. They enjoy... I'm seeing this person really enjoys nature, I want to say. Maybe they hike, maybe they garden, or they're into herbalism, or the old ways of healing. Maybe their dream is to live in the woods or have their own little homestead. They just really want this beautiful little life close by nature, where they can just create and eat fruit and berries and maybe make art, maybe make babies. I don't know what they want to do, but like, they have this simple way of living. They're very connected with the earth, and there is a maternal type of energy about them. They are very highly protective of the people and things that they love. They're very passionate about defending people and situations that are defenseless, such as animal rights. They might be a feminist. They might be into just making sure that everyone is treated fairly and equally, and I don't know, they're just very, very loving. This is the type of person who might even want to like cook or bake cookies or give little gifts to the people they love, go above and beyond to make them feel special. They really enjoy hosting people, having people in their home, and I feel like their dream is kind of centered around the home as well. Like, I want a home to myself that's just filled with magic and beauty, and have all my loved ones come over and feed them and nurture them and just have this beautiful, like, family-like, home-like energy. That is kind of their goal in life, I want to say. And they have the eternal child coming out as their archetype, very in tune with their own inner child. Even I feel like they have a really good balance between all of their selves. So in spirit, your higher self isn't just composed of like your inner child. It's also composed of your inner teenager and adolescent and adult and elderly, and like it's just all of these elements combined, and this person is really balanced in all of that. They're very playful with their inner child. They're very artistically expressive with their inner teenager. They're very responsible and maternal and nurturing and caring like their inner adult, and they're very wise and passing on of wisdom with their inner elder. So they almost have like this timeless soul, this timeless spirit. And then we have the Hanged Man in reversed. They're in a state where they kind of feel like things might be a little bit stagnant in their life right now. They have this goal to be very like physically prosperous, I want to say, money, home. I feel like if they're ambitious for money, it's not necessarily the money itself, it's what that money can buy. And what that money can buy is high quality fruits and vegetables and textiles and a home. Like, it's those elements they truly care about. And they kind of feel like they're at a standstill with that right now, or at some point in their life, so that can be pretty frustrating to them. So bear person feels like they're at a standstill. Black egg person has a hard time seeing the light in the world. And it's funny because I'm kind of getting optimist vibes from the bear, pessimist vibes from the black egg. Really different energies here. And I feel like this might be a connection where, yeah, you have had people comment, how different you two appear to be. Like, maybe on the surface, you have very different hobbies that you're into, or just different personalities. There might be some big difference here. An egg is completely different from a bear. So maybe there's like an age gap, or a language barrier, or a neurological barrier or difference. There's so many different things, but like I just almost feel like when you're out in public or when you're together, like some of your friends or strangers might be like, you two don't really look like you go together, but like somehow you make it work. So I'm really interested to actually read more into this. Like, is this actually working? Like, let's see. So I swear every time I did this reading for each group, it's been slightly different, but so this card is going to represent the where, this card's going to represent the what is going to be happening with the next opportunity here, the next love opportunity involving these two people. And then these are the energy oracles that are going to show each person's respective energies during this opportunity. So the where is the box. So I feel like currently this box is actually a metaphorical box. It represents your comfort zone. And I feel like this relationship is really staying in the comfort zone, what is known here. Okay, so if you're single, for example, you've been confining yourself to a box, and that box is your comfort zone. And the reason you're not meeting anyone is because you're not like ready to go outside of that comfort zone. Well, actually, the fact of the matter is you are ready. You just won't do it, right? Like, you're saying to the universe, why won't I meet anybody? But then you're staying in all the time. You're hanging around the same people. Like, this is asking you to like actually go out of your comfort zone, meet someone new, go on some first dates. If you already are in this established union here, or like dating someone where these messages resonate, it just feels like we're in the same old here. We're in our comfort zone in this connection. And I definitely think your next love opportunity will come up when you finally decide to leave that comfort zone, have some difficult conversations, or go out and do something new with this person. So for example, If this is someone you've been dating for a few weeks or months, maybe you are in like an established relationship, but it's kind of new, going out of your comfort zone might look like, meeting their family for the first time, meeting their friends for the first time. You might not want to do it because it invokes a lot of anxiety within you. It makes you nervous, but that is something that will help bring you guys together. Your wish, your desire here might be to get closer to this person, but in order to do that, you have to go outside of your comfort zone. You have to get uncomfortable with them, do things that are uncomfortable, meeting their friends, going out and trying like a new restaurant, or going out of your little routine with them, your little comfort zone, having a difficult conversation. Like all of these things are things that will bring you closer together. That love that you seek is on the other side of your comfort zone, is what this card is saying. And right now, there is love opportunities, but it's being blocked, and you really need to go out of that comfort zone, okay? I feel like the reason why you're both prone to staying in that comfort zone is for different reasons. The black egg person, they're just kind of a pessimist. I feel like with that Justice card in reverse that came out earlier, like this, I don't know why I'm getting visions of this person just like surrounding themselves with negative media. Maybe they watch the news too much. Like I'm getting vibes of somebody who's like afraid, they see all this crime, all this murder, all this violence, and like that like makes them, that it just keeps them in this fear mindset, or they're just afraid of being hurt or abandoned, whatever. And then with the bear person, I just feel like there's somebody who's really comfortable in their comfort zone, and we saw that with the Hanged Man with them as well. Like that's a card of, why aren't I making any progress in life? I feel stuck. And again, the answer to that is on the other side of your comfort zone. This is the what or the how. We have the tear. So your next opportunity actually involves a heart-to-heart, I want to say. And I don't know why I see this as like an angel eye. Yeah, so there might be an uncomfortable conversation to initiate here that will actually be an opportunity for this to grow, like a heart-to-heart, and talking about more difficult aspects of your life or the relationship itself might lead to this opportunity that will allow you to grow. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing like this tear and this color green, which is a color of the heart chakra. So saying something, expressing something from the heart, and just letting it fall out, even if it's messy, even if it's whatever, and just letting it all out, really letting it all hang out. So the energy that the black egg person will carry with this opportunity is strategy. I feel like there's somebody who is very logical. I feel like there's somebody who likes to have a little game plan. Like they're very intelligent, like we saw, and I feel like they approach relationships from a strategical spot as well. Like they might be the type of person to be like Googling, when is the right time to become official with somebody? And then Google's like 3.5 months. And then they're like, okay, at 3.5 months, we're going to have this conversation. Or what is the appropriate amount to spend on somebody for your first birthday together? And then it's like, whatever, like $60. And they're like, I am spending $60. Like, I'm just getting that very strategical, kind of confined way of viewing things. Relationships are a bit more fluid than that. So interesting energy going on over here. The bear's energy is happy family in reversed. Yeah, again, we come back to this idea of like this vision that the bear has for like a happy home, happy family. Like even their closest friends, they consider family, like they have this vision, and I don't know if they shared this vision with the black egg person yet, or maybe they're just feeling frustrated because they're not quite seeing it with that person yet. If this is an established relationship, it's just, there's an unhappiness here because of that. And I feel like if you're the bear person, this is something that you have to express. Even if you're going on a first date, on that first date, tell that person like, hey, so I want a family, I want marriage, these are the things that I want. Like, don't be afraid to be that super direct, even if it's uncomfortable, because if this person does not want the same thing, it's best to get that out of the way now so you don't waste time and feelings and energy on them, only to later down the line realize they didn't want that in the first place. So I feel like the bear needs to kind of go out of their comfort zone when it comes to communicating what they truly want from relationships. And I feel like the black egg person really needs to like step into their emotional energies a bit more and be a little bit more trusting and giving, not giving, but like a bit more, like give more from their heart, if that makes sense. So really interesting. I feel like the bear person is a big old sentimentalist and hopeless romantic, or hopeful romantic. And I feel like the black egg person has become cold and hardened by society, but if we just crack them open, I feel like they're actually they could be quite similar to this person over here. So it's really interesting. And again, I'm seeing like a big line down the middle, not like a bad line. It just feels like you're so different. But here's the thing, it's weird. So I'm getting this message that you're so different, but then the energy I'm feeling is so light, like it's not actually important how different you are, because your love can transcend if this turns into a loving relationship. It's almost like you both are aware of how different you are, but you don't care. There's still a weird pull towards each other. I want to know what that pull is, though. So, Mama Moon, what's the opportunity that's coming up between these people? The moon rules over emotions, daily happenstances, relationships, and all that. So she's the best person to ask. Well, she's not a person, she's a celestial entity, but what do, Mama Moon, what do? Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Fascinating. Yeah, I kind of get this vibe, because it's like, if you truly want this to work, you have to have those hard conversations. And it's like, the first sight of difficulty, that's not the time to break up with someone. That's the time that's like when things get vulnerable and real, isn't it? Like when we first are going on first dates and talking, it's all magical and fun and cool. But when, when it's around time to meet your crazy family, or, see you have a mental health episode or whatever, like that is when it's real, and that's when your commitment's tested. And that is when true vulnerability can happen. Okay? And I feel like when we're vulnerable with our emotions and our feelings, that's when this growth can happen. And I feel like you both want this growth, but like you're kind of blocking it out. Like it's almost like the black egg person wants growth, and they're just like, okay, how can I strategize to do this? And then the bear person wants growth, but they're kind of scared to like let this sentimental energy out. And it's just like, can y'all both like just, tell each other how you feel? Like, let's have this vulnerable conversation, a vulnerable heart to heart. I am feeling for group number 3, that is the opportunity, a heart to heart. And also, there's an opportunity in some type of vulnerability. So there might be something that challenges this relationship. There might be something that might be difficult to talk about, or going out of your comfort zone. There's something coming up that will be taking you out of your comfort zone, and it will bring you two closer together if you're committed to each other. So I want to get some more clarity with the tarot, more messages, more specifics. We have the Emperor. This is definitely the black eggs person's energy. Very logical, very I want to say confident. This person's confident, and the Emperor is somebody who knows what they want and they strategize how to get it, right? So I definitely do feel like this black egg person wants this connection as badly as the bear person does. Well, actually, I don't even know if the bear person wants this connection specifically, or if they just want this in general. Okay, I feel like they want this in general, and they're like, is this the person who I'm gonna do it with, I think the bear person's the realist here. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing the black egg person wants this connection. I almost wonder if they have pondered things deeper, like, home, family, children, whatever. They're giving me mysterious energy. But they're very trustworthy. I do want to say that. They're very trustworthy. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So we do see some frustration over this. Guys, don't get yourself worked up over this. If there is something bothering you, if there's an insecurity here, if you're not sure how the other person feels, I am telling you, literally just talk about it, especially if you're the bear person. This black egg person will offer you the full truth and nothing but the truth, okay? They will do that for you. If they don't want this, they'll say, I don't want that, okay? If they don't want you, they'll say, I don't want you. They're a very trustworthy person, and they appreciate the truth in other people, and I feel like they would appreciate you telling them exactly what you want. Okay, and if you're the black egg person, dare I say you need to be listening to this too. There is some mirroring going on here. black egg person, I feel like you need to be more open about your feelings and be more open about your truth and your opinions, because you're in such a listener mirroring energy for people. It's hard for the bear person to understand your emotions. You're coming off as very logical. The bear person is having a hard time understanding the emotions of the black egg. So if you're this black egg person, like, communicate how you feel clearly. And if you're the bear person, communicate how you feel clearly. I just feel like there needs to be clear conversations here about what you both want and what you both feel for each other. There needs to be some heart-to-hearts going on here. We have the sun. See, happy, optimism. This is a really big potential for something long-term and joyous and happy. Fun in the sun. You know, this is a card of abundance. Happy memories together. And again, like, I feel like this sun energy is kind of what the bear wants as well. And I'm sure the black egg person wants it as well. I feel like everyone wants this sunshine energy of, like, just things being prosperous in life and being in a growth state. You know, this is like the summer energy of life itself. What else? Yeah, actually, this is kind of painting a story here. With the Emperor, we have two people who know exactly what they want. You know, like we said, the black egg person knows exactly what they want. I don't know what it is. They know what it is. They know exactly what they want from a relationship. The bear person knows exactly what they want from a relationship. Then we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Why are they having this fear of just saying what they want? And then it's like they finally get over that fear, and then it's all sunshine and rainbows, you know, like, okay, got that off my chest. We're closer because of it. Okay. 2 more cards. We have Temperance. Beautiful, beautiful balance. There's a lot of emotions here, guys. Lots of emotions. That's why we have the 9 of Swords reversed, you know, worrying, like, how are they going to take it? Just be calm. Speak your truth. Have a heart-to-heart. Talk about what you both want. Like, that just keeps coming up. You both have a lot of feelings towards each other, it seems. And you both know exactly what you want. If you're single, like, guys, like, that's your biggest blockage, is just not saying what you want and just kind of going along with people. You also need to listen to people when they tell you what they want. You know, if somebody's a player, they're going to tell you they're a player. Okay, they're going to tell you they're emotionally unavailable. They're going to tell you if they're commitment phobic. They're going to tell you if they, you know, want to live together, want to get married, want kids, like, whatnot. Okay, like, you can have all these conversations first date. And you just need to listen and trust that person, okay? We have the 8 of Cups in reversed. There is this fear here of, well, what if we don't want the same thing and I have to go my own way? I'm already emotionally invested. I don't want this to break off. And again, if you're single, this is why you have to have these conversations sooner rather than later. And if you're already emotionally invested in this person, you know, you just need to listen to your intuition and what you really, truly want in life. And kind of defend that and talk about it. I feel like the moon is one of your biggest spirit guides here. You know, consult Mama Moon and let her, and work with her energies, work with the moon cycles, look up what they mean and work with that. It might help this connection. Interesting. I feel like with the bear person's energy, I'm kind of getting a fear of, like, if things don't start moving a little bit faster in my life, I'm gonna feel like giving up. If things don't start moving a little bit faster in this relationship, I might want to give up. Like, I'm kind of getting that energy and a lot of emotional turmoil because of that. But, like, I don't know, like, we just need to make sure we're on the same page. You and the black egg person, black egg and the bear person. Okay, so clear conversations are definitely the next love opportunity here. And I feel like it kind of ends off with not fully understanding what will happen in the future, which is a little bit frustrating. Like, you both share your ideas, you both share your visions and what you want. But I feel like at the end of this conversation, you might not 100% kind of know where this connection's going. So that is pretty interesting. Let's get some advice from the romance angels and from just, you know, spirit in general. So, like, what is this next love opportunity? What more information do you have for us? Okay, 2 cards came out for you from the Lover's Oracle. First, we have this card. And it says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. I just want you to pause that, take a look at it, and really ponder and reflect on it. Okay, what you don't like in the other person is showing you something that you need within yourself. So for example, if you're the bear person and you don't like the black egg person's lack of emotional vulnerability, dare I say, like, are you being emotionally vulnerable as well? Are you holding space for your own emotions? Are you holding space for other people's emotions? I feel like you're two people who are very greatly mirroring each other right now. So the qualities that you wish your partner would possess and just bring forward, I almost want to say, like, why don't you do that as well? And then see how they're going to do it. Okay. Then we have this card right here. And it says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Yeah, exactly. Like, through an uncomfortable conversation or situation, this relationship will gain more clarity and more intimacy. That's just how it works sometimes, guys. Through difficulty, you get closer. Through uncomfortable emotions, you get closer, okay? And if it's the storms of life that really test your commitment and strengthen over time. It's kind of like how the Roman Colosseum or ancient Greek Colosseum walls are built. I was just watching something on this. The stones that they used was made in a certain way so that every time there's a storm, every time, you know, there's a crack, the water gets in the stone and it kind of like recalcifies into like a stronger material. So over time, that building got stronger and stronger and stronger through every single storm. And that's why it's still standing today. And I feel like time and the tests of life will show if this relationship is like that as well. Anything else, Spirit, that we need to know here? Angels, what do we need to know here? This is your general spirit guides and angels, and then we'll specifically ask for messages from the romance angels. Okay, so we do have improving health. So this is saying, like, yeah, guys, we're not trying to scare you. Like, we really do feel like this relationship will get better through turmoil, through vulnerability, through difficult conversations. Like, I promise you. So don't fear having these conversations. We even have a cup right in the center, which is the cup of love. And then we have recovery, getting stronger, getting better together. Okay, recovering through issues. I wonder if there is some issue in this relationship, if you are already together and you guys are kind of recovering together, and because you're like, you've had this problem and you've worked through it together, you're overcoming it, you become even stronger than you were before. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. All right, now from the romance angels, and also as you do your own inner healing work, your relationship strengthens as well. As you heal your health and improve your mental, physical, emotional health, your relationship will get better as well. So if you feel out of control in your relationship, focus on you and your healing and your growth, and this relationship will improve as well. That's the message. Okay, romance angels, I'm feeling 4 cards, just like the last group. Okay. We have worth waiting for, divine timings at work in your love life. Yep, I feel this actually. I kind of feel this, especially for the bear person. This is a connection worth waiting for, worth working on. We have love yourself first. Of course, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I feel like the more you love yourself and work on yourself here, the more you will see this relationship move forward. So if you're feeling stuck and you keep hyper-focusing on the other person, what's not working, you know, where's this going? And you're getting all in your head and you're watching tarot videos on it, it's just going to stay the same. Whereas if you like actually do things to improve your life, you know, hang out with your friends, work on your goals, your career, your, you know, physique, your everything, like that is what is going to kind of make this come forward. And like, we're seeing that here. We're definitely seeing that. The more you embody this energy of loving yourself, the more love you will see from others in this relationship. Okay, so this is what this was saying. The qualities you don't like is also your reflection. If you're not seeing the love and forward movement you want here, that's because you need to love yourself and move forward in your personal life. And when you do that, then you will also see that happen here. You know, relationships are just a reflection of your own inner worlds and energies. Then we have heart-to-heart conversations. Isn't that literally what we said this opportunity is? Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. That is the opportunity we were talking about. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I feel especially drawn to say this about the black egg person. And also, you know, the bear person as well. You know, don't lose faith. But my gosh, like, think positively about this connection. Sometimes that's all it takes to heal and grow a connection, is to just, you know, speak positively to each other, compliment each other, and understand each other's strengths instead of focusing on the negatives so often and focusing on what is wrong with each other so often. Where will this heart-to-heart conversation take place, I want to ask? If we have any information on that, that would be cool. Where or when or how or why, any additional? We have saying hello. That's interesting. I just came to say hello. What does that mean? Hello. Preparing for the future. Yep. Evaluating the past, right in between saying hello. This is just, again, confirming a heart-to-heart. So I don't think we're going to get a location out of this, but let's move on to channeled messages. So channeled messages from the black egg person to the bear person. What would they say if they were completely open, honest, and authentic about their feelings here? What would the black egg person say to the bear? This one I really want to hear. It seems like they keep that information to themselves at times, even though they're, you know, a surveyor of truth and listening. Like, what would they say? That's what I really want to know. What would they say? What is their feelings? Also, I want to say, whoever you are in this connection, if you just opened up about your feelings, the other person will do the same as well. So sometimes all you need to do is initiate, which can be hard or scary, but you're fine. So the black egg person would say, 6 of Wands, I've been checking you out for a while and I'm ready to share my feelings. Yep. Putting the bear person a little bit on a pedestal, stalking their social media, and they think the bear person's really cool. We have Judgment, and this says, I'm trying to make a decision about this connection. A spiritual awakening was triggered here with the black egg person. I can see that. Realizing the potential of the bear person and all they have to offer and a possible future here. I feel like the black egg person is definitely in this energy of they've been observing, they've been checking them out, and they're starting to realize how serious this could actually be. And they're about to give this relationship a big chance, you know, seeing where it can go. We see the 4 of Swords here. I'm healing and reflecting right now. We should pause this temporarily. I should probably get therapy. LOL. Yeah, there's like this back and forth energy of like, I'm ready to share my feelings, but oh, I'm scared. Or I'm ready to share my feelings, but ooh, like, I don't know. I'm definitely seeing that this black egg person needs a bit more self-care. And again, goes back to that love yourself first type of energy. Like, if you need therapy, get therapy. If you need more sleep, get more sleep. Like, take care of yourself and notice how other people will do the same. So I definitely think this person has a lot going on and they really do need to care for themselves. And if you're the bear person in this connection and you don't like how much this person is not taking care of themselves, dare I say, are you taking care of yourself in the way that you want to be doing as well? Like, that isn't a sign for you to like pour all of your nurturing energy into them and take care of themselves when they should be doing it for themselves. Like, maybe that's a sign that you need to do that. Okay, remember, people are a reflection of our own inner energies. Temperance. I have so many emotions for you. It's hard to hold it together. I try to remain calm and unbothered on the surface. This came out for another group, and like, I totally get that from this black egg person as well. There's a lot of intense emotions they have for this connection, and I feel like they're just coming off as very like, they're not really sharing them. They're just in this state of listening and observing and allowing the bear person to show their emotions and stuff, but like, they're not. And that is slightly uncomfortable for the bear person, I feel. Trying to be both emotional and practical. I totally spelled practical wrong. And then we have Nine of Wands, I'm scared of getting hurt again. That's why I have my walls up. Yep. They have their hypervigilance on. They have their defenses up. But it won't be like that forever. And I want to say that. And that's why the card Worth Waiting For came out. Like, once they open up, they're done. They're an egg. You know, once they're cracked, they're cracked. You can't go back. You can't go back after it's been cracked. This person has been hurt before. So I feel like the bear person is a very patient and nurturing energy. But I feel like they're really used to not being the initiator here. I feel like from this bear person, they're more used to, you know, showing this loving, nurturing energy after they know it's safe for them to do so. And I feel like they're being put in a position where they're kind of needing to step into that leadership role and crack that egg, you know, open up the conversation, initiate that heart to heart, initiate that difficult conversation. Okay. I feel like it's going to be the bear. I feel like it's going to be you watching, whoever's watching, even if you're the egg, I feel like you need to initiate it because you're the one watching this reading. Okay. So what would the bear's feelings, if they were 100% open and honest and authentic with the black egg person, what would they be? We already had 2 cards come out. Let's get some more. Okay. First card out was the 2 of Wands. Can we start making future plans together? I want to, but this is so new. I'm trying to figure out how to approach the subject. Wow, that's kind of exactly the energy we've been picking up on. Like, hey, can we start talking about this stuff right here? Because like I really want to, but like I'm really afraid to be the first one to bring it up. Like this person, and it doesn't have to just be home, family, marriage, and all that stuff. It can also be like traveling together, leisurely activities. Like I'm just getting, this is in the beginning stages. I wouldn't be surprised if most of you are either single and this is going to be like a first date situation, or if you've been talking to someone for a few weeks or months. Okay, that's mostly the energy. Like you're definitely not comfortable with each other yet. Creative partnership, planning future travel, coming up with a plan. So wow, that was totally on par with everything we've picked up from this reading so far. Page of Pentacles. I have so much potential. You have so much potential. We have so much potential. And I feel like the bear person is really just visualizing a future with the black egg person. They can see it. They want to bring it up. But the black egg person, like, they're just kind of lost in the sauce over here. Like, they have so many intense feelings. And I don't think they process them in a healthy way. Like, they should be communicating about it. But they try to put off this, like, cool, calm, collected front, and I don't know, they're like almost ready to share their feelings, but then they back away and they're like, okay, I'm gonna share my feelings, and then they back away. So it's like, ooh, this person's emotionally confused. They definitely need more self-care. Just starting out in life, potential if both people are willing to work. We have the Ace of Cups. I'm starting to realize just how much I love you. I want to start something new with you. I effing love you. I want your babies. Okay. Falling in love, new relationship energy. Yeah. Bear person has big time energy here. I feel like they have healthy emotions. They're just afraid to initiate this heart to heart, but they're definitely going to have to be the one to do it because this person is just a giant mess over here. And if you're the giant mess, like, what are you doing? Start taking care of yourself more and just stop being a little wimp about it. Okay. Love y'all. But 8 of Pentacles. I am willing to work on myself and this connection. See, that's exactly where you should be if you're the black egg person. You should be willing to work on yourself and this connection, just like the bear. Let's work on us, being my very best version for you. I am trustworthy, improving my relationship skills. I am thinking about this connection from a logical standpoint and improving education and career. I really love where this bear's energy is at. I feel like they're in a really healthy place to start a new relationship. But yeah, they definitely are like kind of prepping the courage to kind of initiate these more difficult subjects. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles coming out here, and it says, I'm trying hard to maintain a strong financial foundation right now. I am working on myself right now, and I still need to improve my life circumstances. This is my number one priority. Yeah, I definitely can see that the bear person might not have the most money in the world, especially with that Hangman in reverse card coming out before. And we had that vision of like a really beautiful home. Like that is one of their biggest life goals, is to have this home to host people in and hold love in. And they might not have that quite yet. And I feel like for many of them, they might really want a relationship kind of to manifest that as well. Like it's easier to buy a home when you're working with someone else. You know, it's easier to create that foundation with someone else by your side. And they're kind of torn between focusing on love versus focusing on money and their own situation and trying to do it on their own. Self-improvement is on their mind, getting my life together. I can't give much right now. I can't take you on extravagant dates right now. I work hard on myself to have a secure future. So they don't have the money or the resources. Maybe they don't have a car or money to kind of like go out and like really like woo the person in that area of life. But it's really interesting. Again, I'm getting two distinctly different energies here. Like this person just gives off totally different energy from this person over here. But I do want to say, if you're the bear, this black egg person really got the hots for you. Like they got the hots for you. I just think they're kind of an emotional mess. Like I'm getting a vision of like once they crack that egg, they're gonna be like sizzling on the stove. You know what I mean? Like whoo, whoo. So yeah, this would require a certain level of patience. And I want to say, if you're into magic and manifestation, something you should manifest for the other person, if you are the bear person working with the black egg person, is manifest for them the ability to take better care of themselves. Manifest for them mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual self-care. Okay? That's what they really need right now. And that's what you really need right now too. Whoever you are. Okay? So just do that and all will be well, guys. So I'm telling you, like, once you have this conversation, it's gonna change everything in this relationship. Like I feel like you'll then need another reading after that. Like I can't go further than that. Like so much will come from that conversation alone. Like there will be growth, developments, and changes from that, like really big. Okay, thank you guys for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.